Hey guys, I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute. I ain't been on here, but I just want to pop on here really quick. I'm not in my usual setting, so I don't have, everything that I would like to have. But yeah, I've been, just kind of like taking a break, living life. I do have a video topic that I will talk about soon, and I want to do it with my mom. I was thinking about starting it off, and then having like a part two and have my mom on there. It's some things that I would like to do a videos with my mom. Talking about our relationship and how it was back then, so you guys can get her perspective or whatever. But anyway, um, first of all, I want to thank everyone for the birthday wishes, the texts, the calls, whatever. I appreciate it. Um, I just praise Yah for. I got notes right here to the side, so if you see me looking off to the side or whatever, or maybe looking down, that's what I'm looking at. But I want to, you know, usually like as I've gotten older, I really never celebrated my birthday because I was just like, as long as I wake up in the morning, that's cool. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I was excited about celebrating my birthday because you're a kid. You get excited about things like that. But as you get older and life, kicks in, I don't really make a spectacle out of it. You know, haven't done it in a long time. I really don't even tell people, oh, today's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't do that anymore. I just praise the Most High Yah for waking me up and allowed me to be here for 43 years. Now, it's some people, Israelites, that they say that you shouldn't celebrate your birthday and all of that. I haven't read in the Bible anywhere that it says do not do. So for me, I don't. It's no conviction for me. If I chose to celebrate it, I wouldn't feel convicted because I don't see nowhere in the Bible where it says do not do this. I know it says don't do the custom of the heathens and all that stuff, and some people relate that to a heathen custom. I don't know, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Let everyone be convinced in their own mind. I'm not convinced that having a birthday celebration is a sin, because if the Most High told me flat out like you shouldn't do it, or it's, I read it in the good book that it's a sin, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't even celebrate. I wouldn't do it. Like the Bible say, you ain't supposed to eat swine's flesh and shellfish. You ain't supposed to be eating that. That's an abomination. That's sin. I'm not touching that stuff. You know what I'm saying? No more. I used to be a shrimp lover and all crab. I used to eat all that crap. You know what I'm saying? But once I fully awakened to the truth, I'm not into that no more. I don't touch that stuff. But yeah, so I'm grateful for the Most High Yah for allowing me to be here on this earth 43 years. And I look at it like I got a chance. I have another chance to get it right with the Most High. At this point, now that I'm older, now that I'm fully awakened to the truth, I look at every day a blessing. Every day is a birthday, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Every day is a blessing that you wake up because you get a chance to get it right. You know what I mean? Because once you die, that's it. You can't change. You know what I'm saying? You can't repent. You no longer can repent. It's over. And the next thing from death is what? Judgment. You know what I mean? So the fact that I'm alive today and, I'm able to get right, constantly get right, constantly die to my flesh. You know what I'm saying? Constantly working on my own salvation with fear and trembling. That's what I'm constantly doing. You know what I mean? Every day that I'm living. And so I'm grateful to the Most High that He allowed me to still be here to get it right. You know what I mean? Because I don't have it all together. I don't claim to have it all together. I never said I had it all together. I never none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a work in progress. We all are, because we all are. You know what I'm saying? Born in sin. So I think the other day I was, kind of like laying in bed and like really, really reflecting over my life and just how far I've come mentally and everything. And I think about how I was a broken girl for so long. If you guys been following me on here and watched all my videos, I've talked about the brokenness that I had and how it shaped my way of thinking, my way of life, how I moved, how I moved through life, how I navigated through life. It really shaped me. And it shaped me into a totally messed up person, toxic way of thinking and all of that, self-destructive, all of that. You know what I'm saying? No self-love, no none of that. Just I was just, surviving. I wasn't even living. So I just, I sit back and think about that like, man, the most high, like into that, like today's time, like the most high has really set me free from low self-esteem, from brokenness, from trauma that I endured, growing up. The most high set me totally free from that. And I'm grateful, man, because back then in my brokenness, if somebody would have told me that, Antonia, you gonna be set free from all of that, you're gonna look at yourself in a different light, you're gonna carry yourself in a different light, I wouldn't have believed it, because that's how much I doubted myself. That's how many strongholds and how tightly bound I was in bondage. I couldn't, I couldn't see it. But I just kept going. I kept pushing. And like I said, many times I wanted to die. I wanted to just be out of here, not even knowing that, hey, if I would have died in that state, I wouldn't inherit the kingdom of the Most High, because I was doing things that was abominable, that was sinful. I was doing things that the Most High wasn't pleased with. So if I would have died in that state, then I would have been doomed for destruction. So I just praise the Most High that, I'm delivered, I'm set free, I'm fully awakened to the truth. And it took a long time for me to be fully awake, and it was like a gradual process for me. You know what I'm saying? But I was fully awakened last year, September, like I say in my other videos about the truth, about knowing that I'm the people of the book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not black. I'm not African American, as they call me, and whoever they call black and African. We're not that. We're the people of the book. We're Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So I praise the Most High Yah for that almost daily. Because I could have been still stuck in a strong delusion. But I'm not here to talk about all of that. You know what I'm saying? I done said that, talked about that, in other videos or whatever. But just the woman that I am today, man, it brings me joy. It really brings me joy, because I never knew what it felt like to be this woman, to be free. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now that I'm walking in freedom, it feels good. Yeah, do I have my bad days sometimes? Yes, I do. I'm not saying that I don't never have a bad day. I don't never be like, oh, I don't feel pretty today. I don't feel whatever today. I have those days still. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not to the extreme of how it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that extreme. But I still have my days. You know what I'm saying? But like last week, I didn't even know that I was going through depression. The Most High showed me while I was in the shower that I was depressed. So I still have my, what you call it, fallbacks or whatever. I don't know, for lack of a better word, I'm saying fallback, but I still have my days. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know that I was depressed. It was, I didn't know it. Because I don't think people. Hopefully, I won't be on this video too long. I ain't trying to be on this video long. Just to pop in, but people don't give their subconscious mind enough credit. I don't even think people be aware of their subconscious mind. How your subconscious mind is constantly taking in stuff. You know what I'm saying? And later on in life, you start acting out like, dang, wait a minute, where did this come from? How did this get here? Because your subconscious mind was already processing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so for me, how I fell into depression was my subconscious mind was constantly processing things that the Most High know, between me and the Most High, stuff that I've been um, my heart's desires, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that I really want that's near and dear to my heart, you know, and I think about it a lot. It's always in the back of my mind, but I didn't know that it really had took a toll on me mentally, you know what I mean? How much I was thinking about it and processes and everything like that. And, you know, the Most High showed me, and I, you know, had to get on my knees and pray and give it to Him. And you know, he made me think about a story in the Bible. I'm not gonna really get into details because I'm not gonna share it just yet. I will share it, you know, because I'm an open book. I'm transparent. I'm not gonna share it right now, but just know that I had a episode. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good now. You know what I mean? I'm good. And yeah. So you know, uh, yeah. So I'm just grateful that I'm here. I'm in the land of the living. And you know what? The thing about it is, uh, I used to think about like, man, life is so messed up. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with wicked people, sin in the world, it's death, it's disease, it's suffering, it's pain, it's all kind of stuff that people are dealing with in the world. You know, and I would think like people be so happy. Oh, it's another day. It's another day to be happy to be in the land of the living. Oh, you woke up, you be happy. And I used to think like, why be happy to be in this chaos? This ain't nothing joyous about being suffering and you know walk. You may walk out your house and get robbed or shot or whatever. Something you know can happen. You know, and I used to think that way. I used to think like it was better if you're dead versus alive. That was just my thought back then. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're dead, you ain't got to worry about paying no bills. You ain't got to worry about you know ducking and dodging nobody. You ain't got to worry about the stresses of the world. In other words, you know what I'm saying? But now that I'm older and I'm fully awakened to the truth about the when I say when I say awaken to the truth, please understand what I'm saying. What I mean by that is I understand the Bible for what it really is. I'm no longer looking or reading the Bible through W supremacy or you know what I'm saying, kind of read between the lines. You know, now they ding you for all kind of words. I also post this video up on YouTube too. I post all my videos up on YouTube as well and Instagram if it's under an hour. But you know, like those chains, that Stockholm syndrome, that what's the other stuff? PTSD that we all suffer from our ancestors from slavery and what they're constantly still doing to the so-called black community. You know, it takes a toll on people. You know what I'm saying? It takes a toll on your psyche, your mentality. You know, and now that I'm fully aware, like, wait a minute, I'm in the land of my captivity according to the Bible, according to scriptures. I'm in the land of my captivity. You know what I'm saying? This is not even my land. I belong in the Holy Land. You know what I mean? But because of our ancestors, um, worshiping other gods and doing their own thing and walking away from the Most High, like my last life I did was about spiritual fornication. You know, and that's being caught up into paganism and all that stuff. I I'm no longer a part of that. You know, my eyes are open to knowing like, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be doing certain things. I'm really supposed to be set apart. I'm supposed to be celebrating these high holy days. I'm supposed to be, you know, the Old Testament hasn't been done away with. There's prophecies in the Old Testament that hasn't even came to pass yet. You know, it's prophecies in the Old Testament about the Most High coming back. It's prophecies in the Old Testament about Him gathering us and taking us back to our land. It's prophecy about the New Jerusalem in the Old Testament as well. You know what I'm saying? And this whole time now, and you know what? The funny thing about it, I was always drawn to the Old Testament. Even before I came to the truth, I love the stories in the Old Testament. You know what I'm saying? It's some of the things I never even read in the Old Testament. I read it now. You know, as far as like the minor prophets, Nahum and Habakkuk, and all the Micah and all them. I read all that. You know what I'm saying? Joel and you know. And so when I say awaken to the truth, I'm aware of who the Bible is talking about. I'm aware of I know who's who, basically. You know what I'm saying? When you know who's who in the Bible, then you can understand it a whole lot better. You know what I mean? I don't claim it like, again, I ain't no teacher, so don't look. You know what I'm saying? I don't profess or because they know I don't believe in woman preachers, teachers, none of. You know what I'm saying? Well, you could teach women can teach other women, but I don't believe in that, women preachers and all that. And if you hear the AC come on, I hope it's not too loud. My bad. But yeah, so I'm just grateful for coming out of Sunday church, Sunday worship. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that stuff. And people think that, oh, she's tripping or she's in some cult or blah 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 blah. You can think whatever. I don't really don't care. But I do have people I do tell people to look things up for yourself. It's not hard. You can look everything up that I talk about, whatever that I post, whatever. Look it up for yourself. Know it for yourself. I was always taught to, look things up for myself, and that's what I did, and that's how I was able to come out of the lies of the church and, whatever. And so, yeah, so, just thanking the Most High for all of that, bringing me to the knowledge of the truth. I'm in the truth. I'm aware of what's going on. I pay attention to what's going on more so now, according to Bible prophecy, because United States is part of Babylon. It's Babylon. You know what I'm saying? You can say the whole world is Babylon, but Mystery Babylon is gonna fall. Who is Mystery? If you read the Bible and you see how the United States is, like, Mystery Babylon will fall. Babylon will fall. The United States will fall. If you understand the biblical prophecy and all of that, that's why I don't understand why when I used to go to Sunday church and how they will always talk about politics, who you should vote for. They will always encourage people to vote. Oh, vote. You know what I'm saying? This is before I even knew the truth. You know what I'm saying? But the little bit that I knew about history, 'cause my mom was very much so into history, so I knew a lot of stuff. She didn't know as much as that we was the people of the book back then, because back then I think things would have been totally different. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, us growing up or whatever, as far as like, going to church and all that, how we did, how we would have never celebrate Christmas and all that stuff, if we would have known what we know now. A lot of things would have been done. Like, for example, I took the shot when it came out, the little thing that they was telling everybody to get. I took that. This was before I knew the truth. If I would knew the truth, I would have never touched it. And me and my mom talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not knowing that all this, everything that's going on is supposed to go on. You know what I'm saying? In order for Yahweh Shai to return, again, I used to call him Jesus back in the day. I went to Yeshua, and then I went to Yahusha and all that. But there's no E, there's no U and all that. There's no J in the Hebrew language. So now I call him Yahweh Shai. So don't mistake. I'm talking about some whole different person. No, I'm talking about the Most High of the Bible, the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Some people call him Jesus. I don't call him that. I call him his ancient Hebrew name, Yahweh Shai. Okay? And I call the Father, I don't call him God and Lord, because that's titles, and that's not even that's not him. His name is Yahweh. Okay? So we call the Father Yahweh. We call the Son Yahweh Shai. That's how I refer to them as. So please don't get it twisted. Don't think I'm talking about some whole different. This ain't that. Okay? If I had a Bible with me, a physical Bible with me, I will show you. I'm talking about the Bible, the good book, the God of Israel. You know what I'm saying? The God of that led the people from Egypt, led the Israelites from Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Into the promised land, but they was in the wilderness for 40 years because they wasn't acting right. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that God. I'm talking about, when I say Yahweh, I'm talking about Yahweh Shai that came down. You know what I'm saying? Was born. The mother was Mary. You know what I'm saying? And the father was Joseph, and he was born, and he died on the cross for our sins. That's what I'm talking about. So don't make no mistake of thinking I'm talking about some whole other person. I'm not. I'm calling him by his ancient Hebrew name. That's why I refer to him as. I learned that there's no E, there's no U, and there's no J, and all that stuff. I've learned that, so I adjust accordingly. As I'm learning, I adjust, and I will let you guys know what's going on. But anyway, so I didn't understand back then, like, how the pastors and all that stuff would get up in the pulpit and, tell people who to vote for. And this part might make some people mad, but I really don't care. Okay, this part of what I'm going to talk about may make somebody mad, especially the older the older so-called black person, you know what I'm saying? Oh, because our ancestors fought. We're going to get into that though. But I never understood why they would get up in the pulpit and talk about politics. Talk about, or course, tell you, you should vote. If you didn't vote, that's not wise. I've heard that. Uh, basically tell you you should vote. Your vote matters. Blah 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 blah. I never understood why they did that because for me personally, I only voted one time, and you can guess when I voted. I voted for Obama. Why did I vote for Obama? Dumbest reason ever, because he was a so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, first black president. I'm voting for him. That was the first time I ever voted, and the last time I ever voted. I didn't vote. I didn't vote for his second term. I just never voted. And why didn't I vote? I didn't vote because I always knew that these laws, I gotta. I'm trying to see how to say it to where it doesn't sound. But if you know, you know. Just if you know me personally, you know how I get down. But I always knew that the laws was not made for people that look like me. These laws was not made for people that look like me. You know what I'm saying? It was for people that it was geared to this. You know what I'm saying? The colonizers. Let's just say that. The colonizers, you know what I'm saying, the real immigrants. Let's call it for what it is. The real immigrants, right? The laws was made for them. So why should I vote? Why am I voting to make their lives better? Because all the laws that they make is made to oppress us and to continue to oppress us. No president has ever been for us, and every president has a particular assignment. This what came to me a few days ago. I think, yeah, a few days ago, but maybe even last week. I'm laying in the bed, and I'm thinking about, president. I'm just my mind just got to going, whatever. And I was like, wait a minute. Each president that was in office had a specific assignment or agenda, rather. It was something specific that they had to do, and then after that, their term is over. Then the next president come, blah 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 blah, right? So I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute. It was like a light bulb came on into my head. They tell the world, oh, this is the first. I'm talking about Obama. I'm not gonna get into the other presidents. I'm talking about Obama when Obama was in office. Oh, that was the first. That was a monumental moment. He's the first black president. Blah 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 blah. People was excited. Oh my gosh, the country is going for change and blah blah blah. It's like, oh yeah. So I got sucked up and caught up into that too, right? I was young. I forgot how young I was when he was president, but I think I was in my 20s. I was in my 20s, I believe, or 30s, whatever, late 20s, early 30s, when he was president, right? And I got sucked into that. Oh, first black president, blah 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 blah. Like, oh, this is monumental and blah 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 blah, right? But last week I was thinking about it, and I'm just like, wait a minute. The purpose for Obama being president was to push the Alphabet Club agenda, to make that legal, and to legalize that and make that the quote unquote norm, which it ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's way off. But that was his purpose. That was his assignment, was to do that. And yeah, at first he was like, "No, I'm against that. It's all about a man and a woman." Blah blah. He was so called against it, right? See, you gotta understand. See, I realize you gotta understand the subtleness and the tricks of Satan, how he operate and all that. They'll make it seem like, oh no, I'm against it. I ain't with none of that program. But the whole entire time, they're plotting and working on how to get it to the masses. You get what I'm saying? So it just hit me like, wait a minute. The purpose of Obama being into office wasn't because he was the first black president, to praise him being the first black president in America is coming along. No, it wasn't because of that. It was because to push the A B C D E F G H I J K club, to push that onto us and make us normalize, make society normalize it. I don't normalize it; it ain't normal to me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, to make it acceptable to society, and you know. And I'm like, wait a minute. So each president has a specific assignment, you know, and so I never was into the voting thing. I never voted. Never was into the voting. Never, no. People would get mad. Certain of my family members, certain of my family members, especially like my older ones, would get upset because I wouldn't vote. And then I had refused at one point to talk about politics because my stance on it and how I view it was, you know, and people wouldn't understand it. People would say, my older generation people were like, oh, your ancestors fought for the right to vote and blah, 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 right? Yeah, they did do that. But were they led by the Most High to do that? Were they? You think about it, like, were they led by the Most High to do that? You know? Because after you read the book and you know what the book is talking about, the book says, I'm talking about the Bible, the Holy Bible, the scriptures, says that we are going to be in the land of our captivity. So why do we care? Now I'm really like, why do I don't even care who's running for office. You know what I'm saying? Do I pay attention to what's going on? Yes, because I'm looking at biblical prophecy too. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta see what part of prophecy we are in, right? And I want to remain on the right side of prophecy. So therefore, I'm paying attention to. I see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I listen to a little bit, but I don't get all involved into what the media say. You know what I'm saying? I see what's going on. I see that they talk about certain things over and over again to get you honing onto that and forget about everything else that's going on around it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting sucked up into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer sucked up into Babylon and what Babylon got going on. I could care less about Babylon because mystery Babylon will fall. If you read Revelation, Babylon will fall. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not voting for. I'm not voting. You know what I'm saying? I don't never plan on voting for none of these people because these people ain't for us. They're not for the Most High. They're definitely not for the Most High. They're not definitely not for the Most High's people. You know what I'm saying? They have their own satanic agenda. So why bother voting? Why even get caught up into voting? Because these people ain't for you. For people that look like me and you, they're not for us. So why even bother getting caught up into, you know what I'm saying? And these laws, they constantly make laws to oppress us. These laws ain't made for us. They make it seem like it's for us. You know what I'm saying? But these laws are to destroy us. That you see with, I'm not gonna get into all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to make this video too long. But if you get what I'm saying, you know. And I used to hear a pastor say, pray for this great country. And I remember I used to think to myself, why? Why pray for a country that's against the Most High and that's gonna fall? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never praying for this country because this country gonna fall. You know what I'm saying? The Bible speaks of what's gonna happen in the end times, and we're in the end times. You know, so you know this whole thing with Trump and Biden and all this stuff. You know, I don't get caught up into all that because these people aren't for us. They're not working towards. They're not working with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And they worship Satan. Basically, they act like, yeah, we're you know, that's how people get you. That's how you get sucked into people because people the 10 Commandments is being taught in school now and blah 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 blah, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, people's getting happy about that. Oh, they doing, you know. But it's an agenda behind it, man. Like, it ain't never what the Most High wants. They trying to go against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Satan is the god of this world. not the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Sin is running rapid and all that stuff. You know, so let me see. It's time for people to learn the truth, man. I'm talking about really like learn the truth, because when stuff hit the fan, people that's going to Sunday church, right? People that's go to Sunday church, people that worship these pagan holidays, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, you still think that 3 days is you call him Jesus. He woke up. He died Friday. Woke up Sunday. That equals 3 days, 3 days, 3 days and 3 nights. Them people, y'all, the people that believe in that. 'Cause I used to believe in that. I used to be a part of that crowd. You know what I'm saying? You call him Jesus. You worship him on Sunday, which is really after the is based off of sun god worship. If you look it up, if you look up the history of how they changed it from Saturday to Sunday. Why they did that. Go to church. You go to church on Sunday. You worship all these pagan holidays. You're not doing the high holy days. That's in the Bible, the feast of the Bible. You're not doing those. Yeah, you call up and say all that stuff. When stuff hit the fan, they not gonna have a clue on what to do. They're gonna be going to these churches, and churches ain't gonna know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the people that's awakened to the truth know what to do. You know what I'm saying? The Bible said to get it. The Bible says for us to flee Babylon, right? We're gonna have to leave Babylon, and it's gonna be a point in time when we're gonna have to get up out of Babylon, man. We're gonna have to run for our lives. You feel me? And the people that's going to Sunday church, they're not gonna have a clue on what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I urge you guys, the ones that's going to Sunday church and all that stuff, man, really sit back and ask the most eyes. If you really want to know the truth, ask the most eyes to open your eyes, man. Open your eyes and let you see that you've been lied to. You know what I'm saying? And that's the best gift I could have ever gotten. One of the best gifts I could have ever gotten is being awakened to the truth and coming up out of these churches that the Most High is not a part of. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just pay attention, man. Read the Bible. Compare Bible prophecy to what's going on, man. And we in those times, man. We in the times running out. You know what I'm saying? The 400-year mark. The 400 years of us being in the land of our captivity ended 2019 regarding 400 years. That was up 2019. Now we're in a time of judgment, because the Bible say after that will be judgment. You know what I'm saying? We in those times right now, and shoot, man, I don't. Y'all paying attention to what? Yeah, y'all need to be trying to prepare to leave when things is happening. You know what I'm saying? When things happen, the abomination of desolation, when that happened, we gotta flee. We gotta get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of churches not talking about that, man. They talking about who's running for office. Don't vote for a certain person and all that. But they all the same. It don't matter who running for office. This world ain't gonna get no better. You know what I'm saying? So your vote really, people say your vote matters. Your vote really doesn't matter. Not according to the Most High, it doesn't, because it's not going to stop biblical prophecy. It's not going to stop him from coming. It's not going to stop him from destroying this earth, really. So really, voting is really a waste of time. That's me. You know what I'm saying? You can't change my mind on that. I'm not, no. But anyway, I do have a video that I'm going to do soon, hopefully soon, Most High willing soon, with my mom. And we're going to talk about, I ain't going to say we're going to talk about, but I want to start having my mom in my videos and stuff like that, so you guys can hear a person of a much older age perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm young. I'm 40. I just turned 43 yesterday. I'm still young. You know what I'm saying? So some people may look and be like, oh, she don't know what she's talking about, blah, 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 blah. Like again, I don't claim to know it all and have it all together, because I don't. I'm still learning too. You know what I'm saying? As I learn, I share with you guys what I learned, But I think that's all for this video. Let me see. Let me look over my notes. I said that. Yeah, yeah. So, thank again, you guys, for all the birthday wishes and stuff like that. I really appreciate it, and I also praise the Most High for allowing me to wake up to see that day. You know what I'm saying? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little short, sweet video, and I'll be back very soon with my mom. I want to be back with my mom, and we can talk about a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna reflect on things in the past, stuff that she went through. You know what I'm saying? I just, I want to help people heal. I want to help people awaken. That's that's what that's the desire of my that's one of the desires of my heart that the Most High I put into me to help people awaken. You know what I'm saying? And I can show you the people, or the Most High show you the people that can teach you. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys again, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video and be blessed. And remember, Matthew. Oh, I forgot that verse so quick. Is it Matthew 22:14? Let me make sure because I ain't trying to be misquoting no. I think it's Matthew 22:14. Do I stand correct? Yep. Matthew 22:14 says, "For many are called, but few are chosen." Be blessed, guys.